Developing your organizational skills through the basics of a screenplay. Your story begins with an idea, a vision we call the silver screen of imagination. Very distinct, detailed, almost a hologram. In no other form of writing do we find this so true. Like a director walking on the set amid the thespians and production crew, or sitting in a front row seat watching your cinema in Technicolor. To quote Mr. Sid Field from his book, Screenplay, The Foundations of Screenwriting, "The job of the screenwriter is to write the movie script scene by scene, shot by shot. What is a shot? A shot is the cell, the kernel of action. A shot basically is what the camera sees. Scenes are made up of shots. If you want to write a dialogue scene in a master shot, all you need to write IEINT, restaurant, night. Simply let your characters speak without any reference to the camera or shot. Resistance is the urge to do something else. Acknowledge it and forge on." Lights, camera, action. Golden rules. Your first 10 must be a 10. Your first 10 minutes, that's 10 pages, must be totally captivating. Don't save your best for last. You won't get the chance. Regarding your sets, interior, that is INT, easier and cheaper to produce than exterior, EXT. A difference of millions of dollars regarding weather and permits. Work your McGuffin in the first 5 pages. Subplots and clues. Research well events and material in your script. The McGuffin technique is common in films, especially thrillers. Usually the McGuffin is revealed in the first act, fading in importance. It may reappear at the climax of the story, but sometimes is actually forgotten by the end of the story. Discipline. What is discipline? You are a late sleeper and your job calls for you to be up and ready for action at 6 o'clock in the morning. You may hate your work, but you are where you are supposed to be, both bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at 5:45 a.m., with a great attitude. A. Set your goal. 10 pages per day, not necessarily in sequential order. B. Read aloud what you wrote. The ear often picks up mistakes. 3. Conjure 3 new words or phrases each day to use later on in the script. Pass and go. Do not dwell on one piece, move on. Jigsaw puzzles are done in segments, so, too, is your screenplay. Resistance, acknowledge it, forge ahead. Timing, time is of the essence. If you do not cut it short, they will. B. Music helps timing and flow. Your favorite songs will help keep time. Take 5 and stay alive. A. Take a rest and do something else, then come back renewed. B. Take a power nap and dream a solution. C. The key is these 3. Focus, discipline, diligence. If you follow the proper screenplay format, 1 page translates to 60 seconds movie time. Develop your character. Love them or hate them, but do not be indifferent whether they have 1 line or the star of your script. Now we want you to have fun doing this next procedure, the movie tagline and synopsis exercise. Once you understand how to create a memorizing tagline, that would capture the essence of a motion picture, then we have a fun exercise for you. Before I give you this assignment, you need also to thoroughly comprehend a sensational synopsis. The second part of this creative undertaking is to come up with your synopsis. This synopsis is very important because this is what you send out to potential producers, known as a query. Okay, let's have fun putting you in the LCID. LCID mode, the Creative Ideas Department. It also helps if you have a friend or two as your advisory board. Ready? I want you to come up with a tagline that best describes who you are, that makes you exciting enough to draw positive attention to you from a total stranger. Remember, the tagline is only a sentence or two. In our theatrical poster, our tagline for Ontario Rose is, "The United States government had a covert operation. Little did they know that the space aliens had a covert operation of their own." The first part of this exercise is for you and your advisory board to write secretly on a piece of paper, and you too, what best describes you in a tagline. This will be true. This will be the raw draft. Next, you will compare what you wrote, and each of your friends will openly explain why they wrote what came to their mind. Then you and your friends, after a productive creative discussion, will determine the best tagline using at least two choices. Vote on the overwhelming what says the most about you in the least amount of words. You will do this procedure in determining the most suitable synopsis describing you in the third person. An example of our synopsis for Ontario Rose is, the 1947 UFO crash in Roswell, New Mexico was no accident. It was a diversion whereupon Victoria, the pregnant alien from Antares, journeyed to Canada assisted by Navajo Indians who were close friends to a captain in the Royal Canadian Mounties. Her son, Ontario Rose, was born on his ranch. The captain raises the extraterrestrial genius, while Ontario's real father is an elderly planetary forefather. Their homespun adventure, with a touch of humor, unfolds the story of alien inhabitation of Earth today. Understanding the basics in screenwriting that forces you to be terse, pithy, get to the point in the least amount of words, let it be exciting. Follow the procedures. A place for everything and everything in their place. That's what a screenplay is, and that's the rules and regulations of keeping a house in order.